Once I turned around, the first guy was right in the front of me.
An 82-year-old Orange County woman claims two men scammed her and got away with $11,000 from her bank account.
It was terrible. It was terrible. And it bothered me to this day, and I can't sleep sometime at night.
Mary Brown said the men approached her outside a Home Depot on West Colonial Drive with a wild story about finding a wallet full of cash.
Before she knew it, the men had actually convinced her to drive away from the store with them in the passenger seats. She told Action 9 consumer investigator Jeff Deal she believes the men drugged her.
Well, she described it as an out-of-body experience. She felt like these men were controlling her. For some reason, she had no problem giving over all of that cash and even giving over the rings off her fingers.
The other guy was sitting right here in the car. He never did get out.
He just stayed in there the whole time while you were in the bank?
The whole time.
Retelling the story for Mary Brown isn't easy, but for her, it's important.
I want everybody to know that these people are out there and they're taking advantage of it.
By these people, she means two older men in their 60s or 70s who approached her outside this Home Depot on West Colonial Drive. She just loaded her trunk with mulch.
Once I turned around, the first guy was right in the front of me.
He had a wallet, claimed another man dropped it and then took off from the parking lot, ranting and raving. A moment later, a second man joined the conversation, claiming he too saw that. The three of them took a quick peek inside the wallet.
And he opened just a little bit. He said, "Oh my God, this is $62,000." And it had a little note in there, $62,000.
Mary suggested they turn it in to Home Depot. But the men convinced her all three of them should divvy up the money. They said the sheriff's office would hold on to it for 90 days, then they would never see it again.
And that's when they got in my car. You know, a man in the front and a man in the back, and I never seen these people before. That's something I would never do in my life.
So they drove from the Home Depot to the Vision Works nearby, which is this building right over here, to get away from the prying eyes of Home Depot's surveillance cameras.
The men convinced Mary they each needed to add money to the pot so they could split it up evenly. Mary's bank was just up the road.
So this man sitting in my car with me, he said, "How much money you got?"
It didn't take long before Mary was in and out of the Truist Bank with $11,000 in cash. The entire time, she felt everything was okay.
Were you scared when they went in the car with you?
No, I was not.
She even had no problem handing over the rings off her fingers just before the men left, promising to be right back to divide up the money.
I never seen him again. So I was sitting in my car, and that's when it hit me. "You've been taken."
Mary now believes she was drugged. Why wasn't she scared? Why did she trust these strangers, allow them in her car, and give them all that cash?
When I came home, I didn't want to tell my daughter. I felt so stupid. I'm sorry. I felt so bad.
She obviously did tell her daughter. Now she wants everyone else to know about what happened. The Sheriff's Office Economic Crimes Unit is investigating this case. They tell us it's still early in the investigation, but they will do everything they can and look at all leads to try to bring justice for Mary. Reporting in Orange County, Jeff Deal, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Wow, that is truly unbelievable. The Orange County Sheriff's Office sent a statement about the situation saying, quote, "This case has been assigned to the Economics Crime Unit. The lead detective has been in contact with the victim and her family. The detective is still in the early phases of the investigation and will investigate all available leads in an effort to bring justice to our victim."
Such an awful story.
Yeah.
Hopefully the people get caught. She gets her money back.